Welcome to TRS Clips, India's fastest learning portal. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit that bell icon. Study the theory, rule number 1. Rule number 2, think of social media from a very analytical perspective. Rule number 3, select very few games at the beginning. As I said, short content is here to stay. If you have business inclinations, if you want to make a lot of money, Twitter, don't go beyond that. Just target Instagram right now. If you wish to target YouTube, if you're an infotainment creator, create more shorts. So rule number 3, don't try doing too much initially, especially when you don't have a team. Rule number 4, work towards building a team. You have to learn teamwork. You have to learn leadership. You have to have a vision. The only way you'll be able to do that is when you ask yourself why you're doing social media. Next rule, very crucial. A Zenith report claims that $177 billion will be spent on the world of social media. It's just overtaken the world of television spends. Television spends stand at about 174, 175. This is going to go up to 177. That's the projected spends on social media, and social media spends are going to go up very likely. Okay. Understand money in this domain is increasing. So you have a game to play, but if you want to make money a year from now, 2 years from now, you've got to have strategy in place. Please treat your social media brand like a startup. And the next and final point is that massive social media numbers are always an outcome. Half of what you do on social media, but the other half is based on what you do in the real world. Are you a business person? Are you a YouTuber? Are you a good writer? Are you a sports person? You know, we see those actors in these shows like Money Heist. We see Money Heist actors. We see actors of Squid Game. We see actors of Indian shows like Mismatch. Their numbers spike up after those shows are released. And on the other end of the spectrum, we've got social media content creators who are doing ghisai. They are releasing a lot of content, really working towards it, and they're gradually rising up. I am one of those people. But the kind of surges you get from real world achievements overshadows the growth you get from just being an active social media creator. Some people might say, oh, the grass is greener on the other side, and there's a long struggling phase on the other side of that spectrum. But in truth, that's what it is. So if you're a social media creator, think about what you wish to do in the world outside of social media. And if you're just beginning on social media, first establish yourself as a social media creator. There's a lot of money to be earned. There's a lot of growth to be seen. But the key here and the final 2 rules from this manual are: 1, always approach creativity with a process that is sustainable. Don't burn yourself out. Do what you enjoy, which brings in the numbers. And 2, have an exit strategy in your mind. This is not a very joyful job. I have a mentor, a friend, a brother, Ashish Tulsian. He's a bootstrapped multi-millionaire, big angel investor in the Gurgaon circuit. I asked him what he thinks of social media from the outside, and he said this very beautiful statement, which I agree with. He said that when you choose to be a social media creator as a full-time job, you're signing a contract with your own anxiety, because you will constantly have ups and downs, and because of the psychological theory of negative biases, you're going to focus much more on the downs. You're always going to be living in a little bit of fear of losing out on your relevance, of fading away, etc., etc. You are your last piece of content. There's always a demand for more content. The world hasn't seen a job like this. There are other very difficult jobs in the world, taking nothing away from them. This tests your creativity and emotional balance in a very different way. Therefore, have some sort of an exit strategy when it comes to social media. Ask yourself at what point you want to exit. Ask yourself what you wish to do after it. And more effectively, ask yourself how much money you need to earn your freedom. For that, understand personal finance, etc., etc. And to understand all these different subjects, make sure you follow the Ranveer Show.